Hello guys, we have seen that Python programming is a popular language used for programming AI environments because of its large community and the availability of a huge number of packages used for solving AI problems. So today we are going to learn the Python programming basics. So stay with me. So with a Jupyter notebook, you can write a text by selecting the headings. Okay, then you go to learn. You can write a text. Then, so in a Python programming, the same like the other languages, we start with first program. So in a first Python program, what we do as usual, we are going to print the message. Go to print the message, hello world. That's the message you're gonna print on the screen. I select to mark it down, then I say learn, then let me first write my first code. So I'm going to use a keyword for the print for displaying the message on the screen. Then in parentheses, I use quotation. Then I put hello world. So we made it. This is the first Python program. You see, it is very easy comparing with C programming, comparing with C++, comparing with Java, or even other programming languages I have seen. That is the easiest one. So let me say now, you can say, like you want to print hello January, you say hello January. This is now the message. It's gonna be printed. Whatever you can put inside the quotation going to be printed as it is, as a string. So if you forget, then you forgot to put a quotation, you say hello January. So you're gonna have a mistake. Please don't forget to put a quotation around the string when you want to print the message on the screen. So now the next thing I'm going to talk about, Python comments. So how do we write Python comments? What I do. So we have two types of Python comments. We have so-called line comments. So we use the line comments for commenting a single line of code. For example, so for making a comment, we use hashtag. Like let me say now print hello world, hello January. Do you see nothing printed because the Python or the compiler is going to ignore what is following the hashtag, but knows this is the other explanations that the programmer wants to use for explaining his own code. So you can put after the comments any explanation or more information what to put on the code you have written. So you can have so-called now paragraph comments. Paragraph comments. So use the paragraph comment for commenting more than one line of code, or for commenting more than one line. So I use triple this. I can say hello. I put here something else. Then you see there is no mistake because these are comment, whatever followed by the triple quotation comes as a comment. You can write it as an explanation, not to add on your program and so on. So now the next part I'm going to talk about after first program, I'm going to I'm going to talk about now. First part is variables. So we have seen that a variable is a memory location or a memory space for holding the variables. Say it is a memory space for holding the variables, for holding the values that a program has to manipulate with. So this is actually the definition of a variable. Definitions of variable in a Python or even the other languages, the definition doesn't change. It's the same. Then what to do first? So there is no way of declaring a variables in a programming language. There is no command for declaring a variables. Once the variable is assigned, a value is created. So you don't need the first make a declaration. Of in C programming, we say int, variable, float, double, and so on. First, we start with the dollar type and so on. So in a Python, you don't need to write those commands. Once you want to use the variable, you call it, you assign the variable, and at the same time, the variable has to be created. There is no other special commands. For example, let me say a val, it's a variable, so it's equal to like this. Then let me try to display the value of this val. So if it is a variable you want to display, you don't use the quotation. You use the quotation only when you want to display the message on the screen. But if it is now a value contained inside the variable, you call only variable, don't add the quotation, please. This you can have 13. You can have a variable, you call it like a name. Now, the variable contains a string like hello world. Then you want to print the message on the screen. What you do, you call the name. Only this. You don't say quotation around the name. When you say print name, please, you're gonna have errors because you see when you say print name, you're gonna have only output as a name, not the content of a name. If you want to have the content of variables, first you have to call the variable without the quotation. So we have different rules for naming the variables, as you know in the other programming languages. So first rule says please don't start a variable. Don't start a variable name with a number. It will be a mistake. When you say, for example, like you say, let me say I want to have a variable called var equal to this. It is a syntax error. It is a mistake because we are not allowed to start a variable name with a number. Second rule for naming a variable: start a variable name with only alphabet or underscore. So you are only allowed to start a variable by using only alphabet or underscore. Let's have an example. We can have like a value. Can you pick any name you want or variable? It does not matter to say value. Can write your own name, but by following the rules. So here I can say now the is equal to 19. Then I say print value. This is printed without no error. You can start with a variable by underscore. I say var equal to this. Then I say print underscore var. So you're going to have the output. You can even have a variable named with only the underscore and say, use two underscore, then I say it is equal 34. Then I say print, put the variable name as underscore, this I can have output. So these are the naming rules. The third naming rules, it says now, please don't put space between variable names. So you may have a variable which contains more than one words. So please avoid to put space between the variables. Like you can say var1 equal to this. You're gonna have error. We're not allowed to put space between two variables, two words containing the variables. Only you can say var underscore 1, or you can say variable underscore 1 equal to something. This now it can work. So, or you can say, you can't say like my var equal to this, you're going to have error. So what you do for avoiding this error, you have to join those two names by using underscore. That is the rules for naming the variables. So the last one for naming the variables, please, you have for naming the variables, the last one, we say don't include any special character in variable name. So when you mean special character, we mean this, we mean comma, we mean semicolon, we mean double column, we mean this, we mean this. So you're not allowed to choose the difference and albert and so on. You are not allowed to choose the special character. Let us have an example. Let me have var. I put here mine equal to this. So you are having error because you have included a special character. For avoiding this, you have to remove a special character. So you are not allowed to put here like this is a special character. You're gonna have a mistake. Please don't put a special character within a variable. So now, can say now var s as you have seen, equal to, say, my sin. So when you use the single quotation and the double quotation, they're the same in Python. My first program, then can say what to print, while, yes, this is, you have the output. So thank you for this first introduction to Python and programming. So for the next time, I'm gonna start with Python data type, so-called integer, float point, complex, string, list, tuples, and a dictionary. Enjoy your day. Please feel free to click on subscribe for having enjoyable environment. Thank you. See you next time. Bye bye.